Welcome to INN CEO Talks. Joining me today is Sandy Stairs, the president and CEO of Metals Creek Resources, which trades on the TSX Venture under the symbol MEK, on the OTCQB under the symbol MCREF, and on the Frankfurt under the symbol M1C1. Alexander, or Sandy Stairs as he's known, comes from a family that is filled with generations of prospectors. He has himself in excess of 25 years experience in mineral exploration in geological terrains clear across this great country of ours, Canada. Throughout his career, he has worked with and for exploration companies. He was instrumental in the discovery of the H Pond gold prospect and the Lost Pond uranium prospect. He also discovered numerous major mineral occurrences in Canada and abroad, which have been the subject of extensive exploration programs. In 2013, Sandy was awarded the Queen Elizabeth II Diamond Jubilee Medal for his dedication to his peers, community, Canada, and the prospecting community. He's also a recipient of the PDAC Bill Dennis Prospector of the Year Award. Metals Creek is engaged in the identification, acquisition, exploration, and development of mineral resource properties and presently has mining interests in Ontario, Newfoundland and Labrador, and in the Yukon. The company has 4 projects. Dona Lake, which is in northwestern Ontario, where the company has an option to earn in 100% ownership. They are also in a joint venture with Newmont on the Ogden Gold property, which is close to Timmins and Cochrane, also in Ontario. In Newfoundland, the Clark's Brook project, and in the Yukon Gold Squid East, which is about 40 kilometers north of the Kinross White Gold property. Sandy, welcome. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you. It's my pleasure to be here.
I think for viewers, they're probably going to say, okay, let's start with an overview of your Dona Lake project, and then you can take us through your recent drill results and give us a sense of where we're at.
Okay, absolutely. At Dona Lake was a past producing mine. It was in production by Placer Dome. It shut down in 1994, 1995. The price of gold was around $3.50 an ounce. I guess they just weren't making money, so they shut it down. They mined down to the 455 level. So we talked to Gocor at the time. We looked at all the data. All the data was in paper format. There was nothing digitized. So we digitized all the data. Had a look at it. We noticed there was gold mineralization left outside in the upper levels of what they didn't mine, and as well, it seemed that it was wide open at depth below the 455 level. So we signed an option agreement with Newmont, so we can earn 100% interest in Dona Lake. Over 3 years. We have to issue 7 million shares and spend $4 million on the property. So we've been drilling there now. Actually, drilling is ongoing right now. So we've drilled the deepest below what's been mined is 151 meters. So we're still hitting gold mineralization. We've also expanded to the north by about 50 meters. So it goes to show that, the gold mineralization there's still gold left there. It's still wide open at depth. And so we'll be drilling very deep now on this drill program that we have going here.
So what you said, yeah.
Go ahead.
So, what's your sense on when you're going to be able to get some results there that are going to prove out what you believe is the resource that's available?
Well, it's going to be, it's going to take a while yet for a resource. We have results started. The first drill hole we just put out last week. And so we should have a nice steady news flow now. The plan is to get at least one hole back per week. So we'll have a nice steady news flow. We should be drilling up to mid to in March. So there should be a nice steady news flow, at least one hole a week coming out from Dona Lake.
So what I'd like to talk about right now is okay, is now the time for us to be exploring gold? Because I don't know if you saw the headlines in the paper today. It's looking like interest rates are going up. Inflation is at a 30-year high. Why is gold a good investment in times of uncertainty like this?
I think gold, it's always been there. And in my opinion, it's always going to be here. If you look at the price of gold again today, it was up again today. It's around the 1840 mark there now. And I think all indications that the price of gold is just going to keep going this year.
And it's a great way to hedge bets. It's a safe haven whenever there is uncertainty in the market. So you're getting the kind of interest that you anticipate now that you're focused on your drilling program.
Absolutely. I think timing is everything, and I think we've hit the right time for this program. And this project, it's a great project. We're extremely excited about the drilling. We're using modern geological techniques. We've just finished a magnetotelluric program, which sees down far deeper than traditional geophysical programs. And what this will do is it's a more cost-effective way for us to drill deep. Instead of drilling blindly, now we can see down a kilometer and a half, and so we can pick some good targets here, and hopefully hit some nice stuff here.
As you know, when I introduced you, I gave a few highlights of your impressive career. Tell me about some of your other team members that are working on this project that really help to improve the viability of it.
Well, absolutely. We it's in a team environment. You have to have a great team about you, and we certainly have that in Metals Creek. Our VP Exploration, Mike McIsaac, close to 40 years exploration. He worked with, like most of us, cut his teeth with Noranda. From there, he was the exploration manager for Lac des Iles mines, instrumental in the discovery of the offset zone. And he's a great geologist. He worked Himlo, Manitouage. And he's a very, very sharp geologist. And he's not afraid to use new ideas. And our project geologist, Don Harima, same thing, worked at Lac des Iles mines with Mike. So, of course, Mike took him along when he left Lac des Iles. He took Donnie with him to come to work with Metals Creek. So, and it's no good to have an exploration company if you don't have top-notch geologists. And in my opinion, we have two of the best.
So you got a good...
And the other spectrum, we have one of our directors, Wayne Reed, 40 plus years exploration. Spent a lot of time in Timmins, St. Andrews Goldfields, Echo Bay Mines. He spent time in the Yukon. And again, another top-notch geologist. And Metals Creek is very, very fortunate to have three of these geologists.
So you got a great team. One of the other elements that you need to have are the financial resources to work your way through this next stage. Are you in a position where you have the money that you need, or might you be going back to the market?
No, we just raised $1 million, so we have about $3 million right now in the bank. Plus, we have about 1.5 million equity in other companies. One of the things that we do that we've done is when we see an opportunity to stake claims somewhere, we stake those claims, and we've been very successful at vending those claims out. So in return for that, a company earns a dozen option agreement. They pay us cash and shares to earn an interest into the project. If they're successful, of course we're successful, and we end up with cash and shares into the company, plus an NSR should an ore body be found. So, and we've been very successful staking these grounds, and because we want to remain focused on Dona Lake and Ogden. And so everything else we try to put it out the door and let somebody else spend the money on it. And like I say, if they're successful in the end, we're successful as well.
The question that so many of our viewers ask is, okay, Sandy, why now for Metal Creek? Why should I get involved now?
You know what? That's a great question. And when you look at Metals Creek, we have Dona Lake. So we have two flagship properties, actually. We're not just a one pony show. We have two flagship properties, Dona Lake. The other property we have is the Ogden property right in the heart of Timmins. It's a 50-50 joint venture with Newmont. The Dome Mill is 8 kilometers down the road from the property. We have 8 kilometers strike length of the Porcupine-Dester Break, which is the key conduit for gold mineralization in the Timmins Camp. And we're right along that structure. In 2013, we drilled 210 grams over 12 and a half meters at what's known as the Thomas Ogden Zone. There's a past producer on the Ogden property. It was called the Nabob Mine. There's a historic resource there. It's non-43-101 compliant. There's 1 million tons at 4 grams. But where we've been concentrating our effort is 4 kilometers to the west, which is the Thomas Ogden Zone. And this is where we've been hitting some really nice stuff. And we just finished 6 holes. We're waiting on the assays from that. And again, we're applying whatever science we can use here. We've just finished SG8 soil sampling. We're in the process of doing deep section IP. The 6 holes we just drilled, we're doing oriented core on it to try to figure out the structures, which way the mineralization is oriented. And we're going to put all this data together, and we should be able to generate some really good drill targets. In about 3 weeks, we'll be back in Timmins drilling again. So we'll have a drill program going in Timmins. We'll have a drill program going in Dona Lake, and we'll have a nice steady news flow. And in my opinion, 2 top-notch properties. What more could an investor ask for?
Just further updates, and hopefully you'll come back in a couple months and bring us up to speed on what's happened as a result of all of your activity.
Absolutely.
Wonderful. Thank you for your time today.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right.